Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to the channel. My name is HM, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. On this channel we talk about crypto, finance, and some magic. Now let's talk about what happened in the past 2 days and why the market crashed and where we might be going and if the bull market is actually over and right now we're going to be going downwards. Let me start by talking about the reason why the market dropped, and that is because of Elon Musk. What happened was Tesla and Elon Musk announced that Tesla will no longer accept the purchases of vehicles using Bitcoin. Now this caused a lot of fear and a lot of people were afraid that okay, it's over for Bitcoin. But guys, I really want to remind you that Bitcoin is here to stay whether Elon Musk believes in it or whether Tesla wants to accept it as a payment or not. Okay, it's great that Elon Musk actually is talking about it and that people are learning about Bitcoin because of Elon Musk, but it's inevitable that it's gonna sooner or later be part of all of our lives. So for that reason, I'm not really stressing about what Elon Musk says or does, even though he does impact the market whether we like it or not, for the better and for the worse. But eventually, guys, crypto is here to stay no matter what anyone says about it. And now, he also said that cryptocurrency is a good idea on so many levels and we believe it has a promising future, but this cannot come at great cost to the environment. So I forgot to mention the reason why they suspended the use of Bitcoin, and that is because of the impact and their concerns over how impactful Bitcoin mining and the basically creation of Bitcoin is costing. Elon Musk is saying that Bitcoin uses a lot of electricity and energy and it causes a lot of CO2 emissions, carbon dioxide emissions, which is not true. And the reason it's not true is based on this tweet by Michael Saylor. It's actually not true, not because based on the tweet, but it is not true. And Michael Saylor backed this up by showing this chart of the current annual CO2 emissions globally. So if you notice, it's divided into two sections, not Bitcoin and Bitcoin. Everything other than Bitcoin emits about 37.1 trillion tons of CO2 every single year. Now, what Bitcoin emits is 46.7 million. So 37 trillion versus 46 million. Now, this amounts to about 0.13% of the all CO2 emissions globally. Now, is that something to really be worried about? Well, I don't think it is. Although, if you think about it, Tesla and the whole idea of Tesla is going green and being environmentally friendly. So this could be counterintuitive or counterproductive for the Tesla shareholders because he's exposed to Bitcoin, and by Elon Musk accepting Bitcoin as a payment, he is encouraging the use of energy and all these CO2 emissions, which is bad for his reputation, I guess. But as I showed you from this chart, Bitcoin does use a lot of energy, but it's almost nothing compared to what we actually waste during a year. So another piece of news is Dogecoin also pumping because of, well, Elon Musk. So Elon says he's working with developers to improve transactions and make them more efficient. Now, I don't know where this might go. It's good for the crypto space if they start accepting Dogecoin as a payment, but for now, we don't know anything about that. So for that reason, please do not speculate and say, okay, that's it, Dogecoin is going to explode. It may not, but it's actually very serious when it comes to Dogecoin and he's considering using it. But for now, it's all rumors and we don't know what may actually happen. Because, well, as we saw with Bitcoin, he accepted Bitcoin as a payment, then he stopped. So not very reliable in my opinion. But as it comes to whether the bull market is over or not, I truly think that we are far away from the bull run being over, and that is due to one of the reasons, and that is the altcoin dominance. Altcoin dominance is a chart that shows how much dominance altcoins have. So altcoins is everything other than Bitcoin, and altcoins show, and this chart shows the percentage of how much market share or market cap all of altcoins have, and that is 58.4%. And as you see, we have been on an uptrend recently. Altcoins have been killing it and completely outpacing Bitcoin, as I said in previous videos and as I said in my previous video when I explained why I sold all my Bitcoin. Now, even though with the stark correction we saw yesterday, if you look at the weekly, it's completely fine. Now, I know if you look at Bitcoin chart and look at something like the hourly, you might be worried and say, okay, that's it, the bull run is over, because this is scary. I have to admit, this is very scary. But as I always say on this channel, always zoom out. If you look at the weekly, we're completely fine. I know we wiped out some gains on Bitcoin, but that's why I've been pushing altcoins such as Litecoin, for example. Again, looking at the hourly on Litecoin, it's very scary. We did a lower high, or that's the 2 hour. We made a lower high, plenty of lower highs actually, and lower lows. This shows us that we're bearish in the short term. However, if you look at the 4 hour, you start zooming out slowly, you see that we supported right here. If you look at the daily, we're fine. All we did was higher high, higher low, then another higher high, and now we set in another higher low, which is a healthy correction. It's definitely encouraged, and it's not encouraged, it's that any asset after going up or down has to rest some way or another. So an asset goes up, then it has to go down, and then settle down and get used to that area, if you will, and then it pumps up again. So as we see right here, we set in another higher low. So right now I'm just waiting on this to curve and go up like this. I think it will happen. That's why I've been talking about Litecoin recently. Also, the Litecoin to Bitcoin chart is also looking phenomenal as usual, setting in higher highs and higher lows. Now, one last thing I really want to talk about, and why I think that the crypto bull market is definitely not over, and that is because of the fear and greed index. Now, what the fear and greed index is, that it's an index that measures how much fear there is in the market and how much greed is in the market. And as Warren Buffett says, he's one of the best investors in the whole world, if not the best, he says you have to be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. So right now the index is at 26, which is fear. People are scared right now. What do you do in this situation? Are you going to be fearful and sell? Or are you going to hold or buy and add more to your position? Personally, I added more last week, or actually not last week, I added more 2 days ago, and when everyone's fearful, I'm going to be greedy. And also last week, I was a bit greedy, and I saw that everyone else was greedy. I was a bit worried, and then everything dropped. But no one could have predicted this drop because, well, Elon Musk was the person who said, okay, I'm not accepting Bitcoin anymore, and everything started dropping. Moral of the story, when everyone's greedy, you should be fearful, and when everyone's fearful, you should be greedy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being greedy right now when everyone is actually fearful. And that's it. That's what I think about the whole market, and I think everything's fine. We're still going up. For now, as you can see, Cardano is killing it. It's up to $1.8. Another coin that's actually rebounded quickly was OMG Network, the one we talk about on this channel. And yeah, we're fine, guys. Don't worry about it. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please always keep in mind that you need to invest safely. Also, please do not listen to anyone and do not speculate. You must invest and not speculate. The difference between investing and speculating is this. Investing is when you look at a project such as Bitcoin, and you believe in the long term, and you start buying and saying, okay, this is actually going places. I'm going to cut out all the news and all the FUD that's going on, and I'm going to invest in it and do my research and keep going from there. Speculating is when you listen to news such as Elon Musk not accepting Bitcoin and panicking and selling and saying, okay, it's going to the ground, Bitcoin is going to zero, or thinking about, okay, Elon Musk said he's working with developers on making Dogecoin more efficient, and what happens then? You're gonna buy Dogecoin because it's gonna explode. Or for example, what happened with Saturday Night Live, a lot of people bought on the night of Saturday Night Live, and they were very disappointed because everything dropped. So don't speculate, always invest. If you believe in Dogecoin, buy it, and buy it only because you believe in the project and not because people are saying it's going to go to the moon and because people are saying this and that, basically. So invest, don't speculate, always invest money you are willing to lose, because you can lose a lot of money easily, but also there's a lot of opportunity to make money if you put your money in the right places. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.